So, how's everybody doing? My name's Chris John. Do you want to say your name? You gonna say your name? This is Brody. Say hi. Hi, Brody. All right. This challenge is called Fair Chance. Real simple, real easy, and smooth. That's the goal. So, probably a lot of you are wondering why I call it Fair Chance. What topic is that covering? I don't know. I should have said my name with what I am. So, let me start all over. My name is Chris John, and I'm a statistic. Statistic? What? Yeah. Statistics prove that children that end up in foster homes and group homes will either end up in jail, dead, uneducated, just lost. And I have to admit, I fell under that category. But I'm not here to talk about me and what I went through and so and so and so and so on. No. He's acting crazy. You'll be crazy on national television? Come on, man, you're on YouTube. You made it to YouTube. So, my point here is that Fair Chance is for the children. Strictly for the youth. I'm gonna give you a little bit of briefing, just a little bit of background. I was adopted as a child. Mother was a heroin addict. Didn't know my father. Ended up adopted. Good life though. Didn't end up messed up, abused, or anything. Mother passed away. Ended up in the system at 14. 15, 16, 17, 18 years unaccounted for. 20 go to prison. 10-year sentence. Get out, and here we sit. Basically, all that in a nutshell. So, I went to prison, did 10 years. In those 10 years, I've seen mothers, I've seen people that don't have kids. And I've seen a lot of hurt and a lot of sadness in there. I know there's a lot of judgment on the negligence of a mother or father. Let me use a mother because I'm a woman. So, with that being said, I could say from both sides, I agree. But also, I look at the other side as well. There's always two sides to every story. And a lot of reasons that, many reasons that mothers do what they do is not proper knowledge. That's why I say they have statistics, because it is proven that certain people don't know any better. How do you not know better? Well, a lot of factors play into that. Your environment, how you were raised, the role models you had in your life. All of those play a different part in it. And I have to believe that that's true. I met a lot of people that just didn't have the best chance, best opportunity. It didn't go so well for them. Then you have people that had a horrible life and said, I don't want that life, and I'm going to do differently. How many of those people do you know? There's a few, and I commend them. But for others, like myself, they didn't do that. And they chose to go down the wrong path. Hey, I'm here to share my experience, and hopefully you get some enlightenment from it. Hopefully you get some knowledge from it. You know, hit like, dislike, hate, whatever you do. I don't know what YouTube does. I really don't know YouTube. I don't watch it too much. So I'm not going to get up here. I'm not going to dance. I'm not going to take my clothes off. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to do anything to entertain you other than educate you on a few things that I've noticed. There's a problem in society today. Come on. So, with that being said, you wanted to go first? Are you going to go first, Brody? I'll go first. He don't want to talk today. So, First off, social media. When I was out here, there was no social media. We had MySpace. I got out here to the world of, hey, hello, can you hear me now? I was wondering why Verizon had said, can you hear me now all the time? I was like, what the heck? I get it now. Everybody's on their phone. Walking down the street, everybody's on their phone. When was the last time you talked to somebody in line? When was the last time you asked somebody, hey, how you doing? And really meant it. For myself, it's been a while too. I got out here and was like, whoa, party time, social media. But we don't do that no more. I believe that the essence of life has been taken from us. We've given away our essence. So, I did a little homework, okay? So, let's see. The definition of essence is the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something. Wow. Indispensable quality of something. So what is our essence? I looked it up on Google one time. What's the essence of life? It said happiness. Doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, what you do. As long as you're happy. I choose to disagree. But that's just my opinion. My opinion. I believe the essence of life is being the best person you can be. And with that, you'll see that every factor in your life you'll hit. Your family, your finances, your careers, your spirit, your heart, your mind, all of that. If we would just strive to be the best person we can be. I pray that our generation is changed. But with that, we have to start. We have to make that change. And sometimes you just sit back and be like, it's over, it's so sad, this world's just so sad. I can't do that anymore. I lost 10 years of my life due to my actions. There were factors that played a part into that. They did not make it easy. But ultimately, it was my choice. So in those 10 years, I had time to reflect, look back, and ask myself, hey, where did I go wrong? What areas in my life was I messing up in? What was I not doing? What could I have done better? But ultimately, I said to myself finally, what will I do better? How will I be of help? I can come out here. I work. I have a wife. Nice place. But is that enough? It's not enough. Purpose. Purpose is the key. I need a purpose in my life. That's what motivates me and strives me to be the best person that I can be. Is when I feel like I'm creating fulfillment in some way. Or at least sharing my knowledge. Don't have a PhD. Don't have a bachelor's. Nothing serious on the educational wise. But I have life experience. I have loss, turmoil, and a lot of pain. Resiliency. Resiliency is the best word I've ever learned. Being resilient is the ability to bounce back from a bad situation. How many of us have been in a bad situation? A lot. Now, how many of us have been able to bounce back? It took me 10 years because I was stuck in it. I had a bad situation, I got stuck, stagnant. So, we need to be resilient. And we need to come out here and we need to find something that can drive us to being the best people we can be. I'm focusing on mothers because mother is the key. I don't know why that is. I don't know why they made it like that. But I've noticed that the mother's everything. Especially see single mothers. Oh, the baby daddy is absent. All type of different things. But everything has to do with the mother. Childbirth, the pains, all that. So, with that being said, if you're a man watching this, I advise you to pay attention. And if you're a woman watching this, I definitely advise you to pay attention. I've noticed there's abusive people, emotionally, physically. Every other word is the B word for a woman. It's to the point where our generation today think that's okay. Our generation today, our young ladies today, they go and they look TikTok, they think it's beautiful. They think they find their beauty in exposing their body on a TikTok video. That's what makes them feel good. Think about that. Your beauty is defined by social media and how many likes you can get. Your beauty is defined on a post. That's kind of scary. That's very scary, especially for a teenager. When you're a teenager, your mind is so just shut off, just small-minded at times. Your environment plays a part, the things you see, what you go through, all those emotions, puberty, everything, all those emotions hitting you, it's like a tornado. Suicide rate is up, cutting themselves is up. All of those things, sleeping with people, just giving up your virginity, not knowing the value, the true value of your body and what you hold as a lady, a young lady. Because our generation today, we promote that. We promote, take your clothes off. Well, when we promote that, and we, how do I say, idle that for young ladies, and we set an example as older people to our new generation, I believe we're creating chaos. I think we're creating confusion. And worse off, we are creating children having children that are not ready. If somebody would stop and say, sex equals 18 years, of responsibility, that would be kind of hard. Nobody says that. We promote it. We promote that all around social media all the time. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care. I just think it's sad. And it's sad for the young ladies that don't know what they're getting into. When you ask teenagers, 15, 14, getting pregnant, they don't know no better. They could do better. Yes, they can. But they really don't know any better. Science proves that your mind is just not all the way developed until you're like 25, 24. So it's our duty to create a difference, create an example, be a role model. Fair Chance, I chose that name because I feel like, let's give this generation a fair chance. Let's give our children a fair chance. You can't give a child a fair chance until you fix right here. This thing inside of you, this is like a little heart, it's like this big, you gotta fix that. You gotta mold that. You got to heal that. It's your heart. And I believe that through that healing process that you'll go through can help you be the best person you can be. Everybody has a job. If you're a daughter, you're a mother, you're a lawyer, doctor, whatever you are, you have a job. You have responsibilities. So, I just want to enlighten you guys on something. If you're a mother, if you're 15, if you're 40, 70, I don't care how old you are. I've thought I'll look up some things for you, and I'll help you guys out. And hopefully we can get our generation into wonderful people so that this world keep on going. And we get back to the way it's supposed to be. The way somebody created it to be. If you believe in a creator or you don't believe in a creator, if you have religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, if you don't believe, I'm not here to tell you to believe. But we are all here. Somebody brought us here. So, statistics prove that 30,000 youth age out the system. Age out the system is hitting 18 and having to leave. So you do all that time in the system. They take you away, foster care, group homes, juvenile hall, whatever it may be for you, camps. And the children at 18, they gotta go. Rent's gone, see you later. Yes, the system does help them out, does provide resources, don't get me wrong. But at 18, after doing so many years in the system, who wants their resources? You want your family. You want to go right back to your family. It's like prison. You've been just sitting there festering, waiting, till you hit 18 to get out. And unfortunately, for some of those kids, their family's not the best place to be. But that's why I'm talking about this. So we can be the best people we can be. It's sad because they say 70% of children that age out the system will be on government assistance. 70%. That's a lot. Statistics. Let's see. 25% will not complete high school. Dang. And less than 12% of youth that age out the system will have gone to college to earn a degree. That's this much. So you're telling me statistics proves that 70% is going to be on government assistance, 25% won't even get their high school diploma, and less than 12% will earn a degree in college? Dang. Anybody hear anything positive about that? The only thing I heard of a positive was the degree in college. And sad we got 12% compared to the 70% that will end up on government assistance. That's how society looks at us. Now it's our as a child or as an adult that has brought a child in this world to change that. Change that because you know what? It's all lies to me. It's true based on science and what is happening in our world. It is true. But I don't think it's definite. I definitely don't believe that it was destiny. So, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's not easy. But the one thing I do know is that the system, it hurts. It doesn't feel nice. You grow up with emotional problems. They say that being in the system, it affects their children's cognitive and emotional behavior. They act out. They strive for attention in unwanted places. And so on and so on and so on. It's not a good feeling. There's a lot of hurt behind that. Hurt people hurt people. I've learned that. Like, why is she so mean? Because she's hurt. Because he's hurt. Why is she so angry? She's always mad all the time. Okay. Anger is a secondary emotion. Anybody know anything about emotion? Secondary emotion. First comes embarrassment, hurt, all that. You once feel a form of sadness or embarrassment. And through that, your secondary emotion is anger. And that's how it continues. So instead of looking at somebody else just angry all the time, try and find out what's wrong with them. Because I'll tell you one thing about this world. You and everybody watching, including myself, is worth it. Everybody is worth the chance and the time. I'm giving my time. So, my goal is to help everybody see that there's more to life than just ourselves. Step out of ourselves. I'm focusing on the system because that's what happens. When we choose to not follow the rules, follow the laws, or allow things to happen to our children, that's most likely where they're going to end up. We don't know that at the time. We're not told that. I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have told my mom that. Would she have listened? I would hope so. So it's pretty sad. So, where did I start? Let's go. All right. There's a couple reasons that's going to get you or your child put in the system. And one, physically injured. They're going to take the child. Unjustified punishment. We all know what that is. They should have did that when teachers would walk around back in the days. They got the rulers, when they misbehave. We ain't got that no more. You somebody, you going to jail, and the kids going to foster care. So keep your hands to yourself. Abuse in any form, sexually, emotionally, and physically. Neglected. From food, schooling, environment, not having a clean house. They consider all that neglect. And when there's a report filed on you, it's pending investigation. They will find any and everything to remove that child. I'm telling you from experience, you don't want your child in foster care. So, how are we going to get to that place? How are we going to get to that place where we are the best mothers we can be? I personally don't have any children. That hard to believe? But also, I'm not in the typical heterosexual relationship. This is not for me. I do want children. I am going to have children. But there are certain things I look for before I have my child. First off, I start off with a dog. How do I treat this dog? We do all right. No, really, but I look for who's the partner in my life. Key factor. Who is the partner in my life? Who am I going to have around my child? Who is going to raise my child? What morals do they possess? How's their family? How do they act when I'm not around? Can I trust them around my daughter? Good point. My finances. Am I financially stable to provide everything that I owe to this child? I'm responsible for clothing, feeding, and taking care of this child. Can I financially provide for myself and my child? That's a good question. The career I have, the company I keep, my choices, my decisions, where am I at in life? I strategically plan every single thing out. Because my biggest fear is to have my child go through anything I went through. I never want that to happen. And I don't want that for your children, or if you're in this situation, I just don't want you to be in it. So I'm trying to enlighten y'all. I'm gonna talk about 10 things throughout 10 days. I'm gonna give you guys 10 days of my life. And I'm gonna hit key factors. And I hope you stick with me. There's some knowledge in this. I'm talking about your health from the moment you find out you're pregnant. I'm gonna talk about your actions/choices, your decision making, your career, your jobs, selfish acts. Key factors, selfish acts. That is where we fail. Selfish acts. Your behavior, Your surroundings. Your surroundings play a big factor in the impact of your child's life. Your partner. Partner, your husband, your wife, life partner, whatever you choose to be with. That is the key factor as well. Can they provide? Are they going to be negligent? Are they going to be absent? Never know. Your environment. Is there shootings? Are you in the hood? Is there drugs? I would say, I know it sounds all, oh my gosh, judgmental. It's not judgmental. I would say the suburbs. Nice little, prestigious little Catholic school. And you're just sitting there and you're doing good. No. I'm not going to focus on that, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. The point is that when the system comes in, they don't worry about, hey, you're in the suburbs and you're clothed right, your house is clean, you're fed, you're not being abused that they know of, and so on and so on. They're not focusing on that. Focus on, is there drugs? I start with gangs because gangs bring drugs. Gangs brings violence. Gangs bring neglect. Gangs bring messing up your surroundings and random people around your children. All of those things are factors to remove the child from the home. That's why I'm focusing on that. And I say your environment, because that's what's going to happen. I know many people that are doing 25 years to life in prison for gang violence. Why'd you join a gang? It's the thing to do. I grew up there. My whole family's from the gang. My uncles, my cousins, my aunts, my dad. A generational cycle. It goes from here, doom, doom, doom. Well, guess what? We need somebody to break that generation, because it's not going to get you nowhere. So when you're trying to give a healthy environment for your child, that is a key factor, is your surroundings. And I'm going to start with your heart. I'm going to touch all of those factors. Your heart is number one. When we find healing and we start to forgive and we find peace within ourselves, we start to be motivated. We start to let those mind-binding just thoughts, get them out your mind. I can't. I just don't know how. I've never had that chance. I'm already here. All of those things that we tell each other, that we tell ourselves, we need to wash those out of our mind, wash those out of our vocabulary, and we need to start filling it in with positivity. I can. I will. I am. See, the thing is, fair chance, that applies. And I start with a baby because we all started as babies. Martin Luther King, Michelle Obama, George Washington, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. All those people, they were once babies. I don't know if they had a fair chance or not. But if they did, what if they had not? What if they didn't even have life at all? What if that was taken from them before they even had the chance to make that decision? They didn't get a decision because one thing about a child is, for 9 months, they have no rights. They can't make decisions for themselves. They are in a womb where you, as a mother, have full control on what happens and what is the destiny of that person's life. I don't know how many people are proud of their kids. My kid's a doctor. My kid shot at basketball and made it. Everything makes a parent proud. What if you didn't have that? What if we chose not to give our child that? The beauty of life. We wouldn't have a lot of smart people today. We wouldn't have a lot of things that we have. We wouldn't have social media because somebody made social media and we love social media. We wouldn't have it. So, I'm pro-choice. I get it. I want women to be pro-choice. A woman has a right to do whatever they want. No judgment here. But one thing I do say is there's this thing called, what is it called? Conviction. Excuse me. Got stuck. Conviction. When you feel convicted of something, it's when you get that little feeling in your stomach and you're like, this don't feel right. Something just, I feel bad, I feel sad, I feel embarrassed. That's conviction. So, we get convicted. And I know every single person I've talked to that may have made a decision, you know, not to go along with childbirth. I've never heard somebody be like, I was proud of it, I feel great. No. There's a lot of emotions behind that. And I feel for every one of you that ever had to experience that. And my point of education is, I promise that if somebody would have educated somebody, or if somebody would have said something, a role model, a person of influence, maybe that decision would have been different. If they had support, financial stability, a place to stay, who knows? That could be our next president. And we all know we need a next president. That's if you don't like nothing on this little hookup I'm doing, you guys can say we need a new president. That's what you can agree. So put like because you like the fact that I say we need a new president. But I'm not political, so my cousin's gonna love that I said that though. Love you, Lisa. So basically though, I just, want you guys to just reflect and stay tuned. I'm going to do this for 10 days. And those topics that I once said, health, actions, decisions, careers, everything, environments. I hope you stay tuned, and I hope that you guys really go through every factor with me, because I'm going to touch bases on every single thing, what you do, how you do it, how it affects the life of somebody else, how you can find change, and how you can find positivity. That is the key. How to find positivity. How to heal yourself. Sounds good, huh? Sounds like some good stuff. I hope y'all stay tuned. So with that being said, I'm in a positive note. What's good? Happiness. Stay happy. I can't say I believe the essence of life is happiness. I don't believe that, like I once said. But I do believe that every single person deserves to be happy and have a fair chance. I didn't get that fair chance. And I ended up being a statistic. I allowed myself to fall in the horrible cycle of incarceration. And I'm just here to tell y'all that it wasn't worth it. Tomorrow's not promised. COVID-19 is here. A lot of stuff's going on. I don't even know the world anymore. But I do know one thing. Tomorrow's not promised. So I'm going to just ask everyone to be grateful for today. Tell somebody you love them. If you haven't called somebody, if you haven't forgiven somebody, forgive them. And be the best person you can be. That's the essence of life. So, stay tuned if you're trying to see from my point of view how a kid could get a fair chance.